Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tally the Votes. We are starting off the first week of Big Brother, y'all. And with me, as always, is David and Jamie Joe. What is up, guys?
Well,
Yeah,
we're starting off right. I mean, the computer took a crap and I had to restart. That's why we're
That,
late.
yeah,
So,
that's why we're
so
just a tad bit late, guys. Sorry.
we do pride ourselves on the podcast for being on the cutting edge of technology.
yeah.
Hey,
Not.
we hold it together with like some paper clips and like rubber bands, but it
I
works.
well, I think
Um,
for a moment, something took over my computer. It might have been AI. I don't know. It was very
Ainsley.
odd. Ainsley.
All right, so this year's Big Brother season is themed for AI, and
hmm
we got to meet their AI. And I really, from some of the previews, thought maybe it could be the Chenbot herself, but I think it would have been funnier if it was Kat.
I am not going to disagree. Is it okay? So the actress, I want to say actress because she's acting,
Yeah,
that
clearly.
plays that plays Ainsley is actually like a media mogul, TikTok, Instagram star.
Seriously,
Yes.
I did
Um,
not know that.
yeah, she's fairly popular too. I would love to get her name, and I will eventually because I have it saved here somewhere amongst all of my millions of things. But yeah, I don't know, she wears, cute outfits and ensembles and puts them together and
Really?
yeah.
Well, I didn't know that. I maybe one of my kids knew that. I don't know. I not from what I heard. So thanks for that little bit of.
Yeah, I'm gonna be really honest. I'm not hip to that
No, you
jive.
read.
Like,
You just know
yeah,
where to check.
that
You just know
info's
where to
been
look.
passed along.
Yeah.
But she's cute. Do you think that she's gonna like are we gonna see her again or just that weird blue baby thing? Because it's
I
kind
think
of
I
wondering.
think the weird blue baby thing is free. They had to pay her,
Yes,
so
yes.
you will never see her again.
That's probably right.
Maybe in the backyard.
You can't. You
She might
can't put
show
it
up.
back in. You can't put it out back in the box. You know what I
Well, and
mean?
you know how the themes work on Big Brother. Jamie, you pointed this out to me 2 days ago.
Oh
By week 3, we'll never hear the theme again.
yeah. It's like it'll
They'll
be
just
this
forget
week and
about
next
it.
week, and then they're bored with it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
cool.
It's not gonna stick. It's not gonna
Or
stick.
may I mean, I the idea was I is kind of cool, but I don't know how they would pull it off. I don't think this is the way to pull it off, but whatever. Question though, my daughter asked as we were watching, what would have happened if one of those groups would have voted her in? Then what?
Would have been the
Yeah,
same thing, except everyone would have gotten a positive thing.
she wouldn't have been in it. She just
Oh, she
would
would
have.
have immediately revealed herself and said these people get to vote for. Well, okay, well that's not great because the level up ones were, well, I suppose you just had to be the best of the
Okay, can
worst.
we? But can we? Okay, let's talk about the first. Let's talk about the first half.
Yeah, yeah.
So those who voted
Night
yes,
one.
yes, night one. The level up versus the downgrade. I really feel like the level up competition sucked ass
Oof,
compared to the downgrade
it
competition.
was so bad. It was so bad.
The
Terrible.
the downgrade competition couldn't have been any easier. How it took
Agreed.
anybody any time to do that? It wasn't
Well,
scary.
Mm-mm.
I didn't see at first that they had the little tubes. And I'm like, oh no, so sorry, I'll take a downgrade. I'm not sticking my
Yeah,
head in there
if
with.
there was
But
no
then,
tubes, then it would be something,
yeah, then
right?
it
Oh
would be
yeah, then
something. But
I'd be like, I'm out. I'll just take the downgrade.
okay, you neither one of you had done it without the tubes either.
I would have. I
You would
would
have.
have. Yeah, well, okay, listen.
I couldn't have done it.
If I
She
would
likes
have known
snakes.
if I would have
The
known
snakes
what
one
was
this
in
freaked
there,
me out.
if I would have known that what was in there, I would have done it. If I didn't know, my fear is always like I have a perpetual fear that leeches are just going to show up to every occasion. So I would be really worried about that.
Metaphorical
They
or
they
actual
so
leeches? I mean,
they so
Either
often
one.
do.
Yes.
I mean, how
exactly.
Yeah.
many parties have you been at? And you're like, where did all these leeches come from?
Just a
It's
few.
true.
Go home.
Yeah,
Um,
the competition was so I don't know. Like I would have much rather done that than spinning around. And
yes.
and why did we have to have like 150 different color combinations.
Ooh!
It was so
Did they
many.
really think somebody was going to get all of those in a row? Even
No.
like in the most remote chance?
Yeah, I don't
think
cannot.
anybody got past 4, and they did like a sequence of like 20. I
Yeah.
kept going, are you kidding me? I forgot what the first 4 were now because you've gone on.
Yep.
That was real hard.
Now compare it to the second night 2. I feel like both competitions were fairly even matched, you know. One might say the face dragging one may have been a little bit more difficult. But
it was real funny though.
I giggled a few times.
A lot.
And then I'm thinking to myself, like, oh my God, it's like when you look stupid and lose. It's the worst.
Yes, that was the best. My daughter goes, maybe you just put your mouth on it and you just like, create a vacuum. I go, and then as soon as she said that, we both went, oh no, that's worse because it was clear.
That is a gift that would go down in infamy.
Yeah, no, that's bad. Don't do that.
But okay, just tit for tat. I didn't hear any rules where they couldn't take their shirt off. So
use that sweat. It's grippy.
So technically, and she said, like, as long as you fall down, you can use your body. You just can't use your hands, right?
She said shoulders, and then I wondered if the women would have a little advantage there.
Yeah, shoulder.
They're soft. No, they're soft and they mold to the shape of other things.
Push against them a little bit.
Yeah, they could be kind of grippy. Nobody did that.
I'm actually kind of surprised that Cedric got the lowest score because I kind of liked his method where it's like as soon as he got to a place where he was stuck, he just dropped it and would go get another one and then get past that.
You think that was his plan, or that's just
Either way, it didn't work out for him.
I thought it'd be easier for him just because he's shorter and he could and younger joints.
Yeah,
you can kind of up and down a little better. But like for the taller guys, that had to be real hard.
Yeah, it would
get way down there.
It didn't look all that easy, and you looked dumb. So, and it was like your first night too. So I'm cracking up in the the room that's going back and forth. Like when we have, is it Leah? When Leah's running through there,
yeah,
and
Leah.
It's like all she's doing is laughing the whole time.
Yeah, my daughter goes, wow, it's real fun in there. Like, what did she laugh?
She's cracking up the whole time. I mean, like, I'm glad she was able to finish the competition. She didn't just, but it's got to be so weird. It's like your first night, not just your first night in there, but like you haven't even got to get to know anybody yet. And you're doing these.
But she didn't win that, right? She didn't win that against Quinn.
No, Quinn killed it, I think, compared to her for sure. Okay. So should we go through? Let's go through our.
Let's talk cast. And let's hear David talk.
Did you see the video today of Angela and she was spinning and then they cut it with DiCaprio like they were, when they were spinning in Titanic? Oh, it was hilarious.
Yes.
Hilarious.
Oh, that's very funny.
Hilarious. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'm glad that we have we have a nicer range of ages this year.
Yes.
Maybe it feels like it's not so just one on the one end.
Yep.
But Angela, ooh, girl, she was very dizzy. That is not a game for you, Angela.
Yeah, and Mackenzie had a zero expression the entire time.
Oh my gosh, she just looked.
You know what I think? I think she was scared. And honestly,
maybe,
like, when you see people who are like on carnival rides and aren't loving it, they just close up.
Yeah, that's what she looked like. You're absolutely right.
So I think
my husband said, "Oh, are you watching Spies Like Us?" Yeah, that's a very retro 80s joke. But anyway,
not a good movie, by the way.
Funny though. That's fine.
Okay, so I'll just go through everybody really quick. Just a quick, like, what do you think of them?
Yeah,
so we have Rubina.
Are you looking at a specific list?
I just have the list in the order they appeared on the show.
Boom. Okay.
So first we have Rubina, bartender, LA. What do you think? She's very not tall. She's tiny.
She is is it a Vince bartender?
Yeah, I don't
Is that
know.
what she was?
I don't know.
Oh,
Somewhere in LA. But she's I don't know. I'm like 50-50 on her. I kind of think I'm going to like her, but it's so hard on the first night because everyone's got that camp out, like they're like their TV personality.
Yes. In LA, she is an event bartender and she's
Event.
35.
Okay.
So
I absolutely
events in
agree
LA,
with you.
she could probably schmooze. 35.
Yeah, she seems like she can be the social butterfly for sure.
I'm kind of 50-50 too, Jamie. I'm like, on the one hand, I want to not like her, but on the other hand, I'm like, I think she's going to be a good character. So
I'm more on the side of like, I like her, but like
Yeah.
I said, I need to see these house guests when they're not doing screen time. I know that sounds funny, but you know what I mean?
No,
like when they're not talking to us, when they're talking to each other. That's what I want to watch. That's how I'm going to really decide who I vibe with.
Yeah, because what we're seeing on the cut shows or right now preview is what they think CBS wants them to do.
Yes,
they're still taking direction.
Exactly. And now I will note that very few of these cast members have actually watched Big Brother, and if they have watched, it's like season 20, season 22. Maybe when they were in sequester, they caught a couple episodes.
Well, Cedric's only 21, so I mean, he's only been watching TV probably for like 10 years.
Right.
He's pretty young.
So there's a few people that are fans, but you had asked David, like, oh, should we go like do a run through on these, like when they first drop the cast list? And it's really hard with Big Brother because they give you a list of like, who's your favorite players or who do you want to play like? And like, they said that they haven't watched the show, but yet then they tell you the players that they like the best, even when they haven't watched the show.
So,
I got to get to know them before I can make a call. But Rubina seems
also
cool.
She also doesn't look 35. I thought she looks way younger. But
do you think if she would have had to do the competition where you put your head into things, like she would have reached? It's just like she is super.
She's so
tiny.
little.
She's so.
She is tiny.
That was pretty low though, because I was like thinking.
Oh,
guys
but I'm
bunch. Like, what? Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't do that on purpose.
Feed the machine.
Sure,
but I kept thinking a couple of the guys were going to whack their heads because they had to get down pretty far to get under those things.
They were like kneeling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, then the same height advantage or disadvantage was on both nights then, so at least there was that.
That's true.
Keeping it even.
Okay,
so Bean, by the way, points out that the average age of all players this year is 30.8.
Nice. Good.
But
that's
30 is a good place of wisdom.
We don't have the context of what it was last year or the year before.
Right.
It's still a good point. So thanks for that.
Thanks for the nugget.
Thanks, Bean.
All right. So now we have Cam from Maryland.
Well, Cam's my dude. Cam's my guy.
You have a type, David. You have a type.
No. There's a very specific reason for this guy.
Okay, one, because he's the exact opposite of your enemy of last season.
He's redeeming the name.
Okay, all right. That's my first guess. I don't know. I wrote meh behind it, but the thing that I do know about Cam is that he claimed that Jared is his favorite player, and if he's gonna play like Jared, I don't think that's great. I don't know.
He seems super competent. I mean, as far as like, he didn't come off too aggressive. He didn't seem cocky or any kind of like anything. No rough edges there. He seems intelligent.
Yep.
He's obviously physical.
Yep.
25, physical therapist. So even his job is physical. I don't know. He seems likable.
Yeah, we'll see. I see. That's what I mean about when they say this is the person I most, want to play like, or my favorite player. This guy isn't giving me bad vibes, but if he sees himself most closely to be like Jared, well, that's not a great example of a good Big Brother player.
Right.
So maybe don't pick that guy. But yeah,
Hmm.
Cam again. I just, I'm kind of. I don't have a big feeling one way or the other. What about Mackenzie?
Mackenzie, girl, that's the one that reaches all the top shelves.
6'2",
Right?
yeah. Mhm.
6'2". She she studied her major so she could work for dad.
Yes. And boss
Um,
men, though. I do. So she could boss men and tell them what to do.
I don't know. I feel like she's the one that has the least Big Brother knowledge, but I could be wrong. I clocked her immediately as not she's new to Big Brother. Like she does not know it very well.
Yeah, she feels weird because it's like on one hand, she seems like a Big Brother prototype.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? But yet doesn't seem
Like
to
a
be
like a new age Janelle.
Yeah, I mean, just she's in every season.
Oh, that girl. Okay, yeah, there's that.
She's in
Girl.
every
Yeah.
season. But sometimes that girl does really well in the game as long as she's partnered with the right people.
She's tall and strong.
Yep.
So that's different. Usually
Yeah.
those girls aren't.
Hard to hang on a wall when you're tall.
That is true.
True.
That
Yeah,
wall.
Thank goodness
tell
that's
you.
not the only.
I feel on behalf of every red-blooded man that I should really like her, but yet I don't. I don't. I'm not vibing with her at all.
Well, and that's the thing. It's hard during preview nights, right?
Yep.
Right. I mean, she could turn out to be great, but what I've seen so far is kind of
From her introduction package, I didn't think. I don't know. There's nothing that just grabbed me.
Now,
It was neither.
Okay,
It was neither good or bad. It was just kind of.
but we all kind of were in the same vibe. It was like, oh, this girl's getting into showmance, right? Like, she's going to be.
She said she was. Well,
so is
okay,
it going to be?
I have to point out.
With Tucker or
Matt. It'll be Matt for sure.
Okay, well, here's the deal. Here's why I said what I said earlier to you guys. She got inside with her group of guys and immediately sized up that all of the guys were shorter than her. And I'm like, why are you immediately? That's the first thing? That's weird, but okay. Especially when you're a tall girl and you're used to being taller than lots of people. And then Tucker was saying he's down for a showmance, right? And I thought, oh, those two. But you're right. It could be Matt, though. There's a lot of painfully single people this year, right?
Oh, there are.
Everyone was saying,
which could be good. Could be good.
Well, or it could be a total lie.
Yes.
Because we know people who go in there and use the "oh no, I'm single" as like one of their ploys to get in with people.
I mean, like
Meanwhile, back home, the girlfriend's throwing all the stuff out their window.
Right, and like shutting down the Twitter account, and
yeah, she's got some things to say, and
sometimes a showmance is fine if it's the right personalities. Usually it's just so, and I don't care about it, and I like the game, but if you get quirky people that are interesting, or like they're a really great team, because like Rachel and Brendan, you can have the frustrations. There's a lot of like cringeworthy things in their showmance, but they were both really excellent players of the game. So like it at least the interest stayed there. So we'll see. We'll see. How about Joseph? Stash Man.
Sorry, I like Joseph. Sorry, David.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is
he
Dave.
gives me like bad 70s porn star vibe.
That's why he grew a mustache. That's what we like.
It's on purpose, David. It's on purpose.
He literally did it because he has a, ironic sense of humor.
Right. He's a goofball. 30 years old. He's from your neck of the woods, David. He's in Tampa, Florida. Works at Viper Video Store.
From his.
Okay, first of all, where is there a video store in the world?
Tampa.
In Tampa.
Tampa. Look it up. There's stories on the internet about it. The guy who owns it, I think, is legally blind. He was in the videos with him.
That's how Joseph got away with growing the mustache.
Well, for my money, he's Florida man. He's the stereotype. I'm not in.
Listen, just because his last name's Rodriguez.
I didn't know that.
I kind of like him. I
I like him. I like him.
I have
I
him
think
pegged, but I do have him pegged as being the rat, like the mole, the rat.
the working
He's-
both sides, going back and telling
he
people.
is the Jay Moore of this cast.
Okay.
He has hopefully seen a lot of movies, so maybe he's got some learning how to be duplicitous with people.
That's
But
true.
I think that he's with that ironic sense of humor. The youth of today enjoy that sense of humor. It makes them laugh. So I think if he's can be, funny with them, they'll like that. He did say he's a Big Brother super fan.
Yes.
Again, he watches
And
a
as
lot
long
of
as,
TV.
and let's say he's just can't play like a super fan. If he plays like a super fan,
Yes, right. You can't tell people that you're a super fan or act like you're a super fan.
got to keep that.
You can't walk in the house and start freaking out because, oh my God!
Yeah.
Because somebody did that.
Angela.
They did. They did.
Yes, she did, in fact. And I was like, oh, girl.
All right. We're
I'm
moving
pissed.
into Angela right now. She's next.
Oh,
on the list.
good.
So she is from Utah,
Mhm.
real estate. She's
Yeah.
a mom,
No, she's the fun mom.
the fun mom. Oh God, the fun mom's like the
She's
worst
the one.
mom, right?
She's the one, Jamie.
If you're the self-proclaimed fun mom, are you the worst or not?
You're probably not the fun mom.
I
I'm
mean,
just
like,
gonna say.
I feel like that's not a
The kids tell you that because they want you to, because you buy them things.
there it is.
And
There
you
it
let them drink beer.
Yeah.
Or,
Well, I don't
or
think anybody drinks
no.
anything in Angela's
No, no, no.
I'm sorry. Truly. They drink Truly and White Claw.
Okay, I don't think that would be Angela because she did say in her pre-show interviews that in her real life she only lives by her morals in her real life, but on this she's not. She realizes she's not going to be able to live by her morals.
Okay.
And I
we'll
thought,
see.
I thought, wow, okay, well,
Okay.
yeah,
We'll
I
see.
fun mom with morals.
I
No
really
beer.
want to see her do well because
Yeah,
they don't cast anybody over the age of 50 hardly ever.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, so we have a whopping 2.
We have
this
2.
year. And we
if
have
those 2 don't team up,
nobody-
they're dumb.
And we have nobody in their 40s. So, ageism is alive and well in our reality
On TV? Yep.
casting. Especially this show is just notorious
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah. We usually have 1 or 2 people that are over the age of 40, but
And
not,
they usually get
not more.
booted like week 1 or week 2.
Not last year.
So, anyhow, I have Angela as my week 1 boot. So, because I
Alright.
Do
think
ya?
she's going to annoy everyone, yeah.
I feel like that's a fair.
If it continues like it did when she got right into the house and she was just like so nervous energy, that'll be hard for people to be around.
My prediction is that Angela is the first breakdown.
First boot. Oh,
Yep.
oh, crying, the first crier.
Yeah. Like, yep. She's going to miss her kids. People are mean. She doesn't operate like this in her life. It's going to be a lot.
It's gonna
Maybe
be hard
not.
for her.
And if it isn't and she kicks at the ass at the game, more power to her. Okay.
Yeah. Good luck,
Now we've
Angela.
got-
We're rooting for you.
Now we got Chemo.
Chemo.
So he's a mattress salesman, specifically.
Well,
favorite
I
part.
heard at another interview that he's a sleep number person.
Oh,
like
okay.
he's like sleep number
their sales
master
rep.
or something like that. But they can't say that because then that
Right,
would be
right.
proprietary and that would be giving free advertising.
100% makes
So
sense. That-
mattress salesman. So it makes more sense now, but it's like, dude, you made it sound so
and in
weird.
Hawaii. So is the competition fair in Hawaii to be like number 1 as it would in some place like Chicago? I mean, it's like where you're someplace landlocked because like shipping is tough in Hawaii. You got to kind of buy what you get, like what's
Yeah.
there is your only thing you're going to buy. But
Correct.
he seems great. I put a note on here that I liked his mother immediately. So,
he's 35, so he's right solidly in the middle. And I think he's super likable. He's like very upbeat. As long as he doesn't push that too far, he won't like get on their nerves, I don't think.
Yeah, we'll see it. Yeah, I don't feel like we got a lot of him yet to really know, but I liked his little pre-interviews and okay.
I see him going into an alliance early, but then like acting like he's not in an alliance at all, and because he's a nice enough guy that he gets away with it.
Yeah, that could be. He does seem to be at least he seems really surface friendly. I don't know.
Yes, he has a very like trustworthy, friendly
Yep.
face.
Yep. He seems.
And if he can keep
he's
that
got, like,
face
a kind,
on,
a kind thing about him, right? So then we're gonna move to Chelsea from California.
now
She's
See,
trying
I'm
too hard. I think she could be great, but she's trying too hard.
way too hard.
Yeah.
Like she came in full blast just like Angela, and I thought she might be the first boot.
That's kind of
Just
what
because
I think.
because Angela will be annoying, but I don't think that they'll see her threatening. Like I feel like Chelsea's going to be the one that plays too hard. Instead of just being annoying, she's going to be like immediately wanting to make an alliance or immediately
and talking to a lot of people.
And you go like, whew.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I could see it. I could see that. Yeah, I just, you know what? She's one of my least favorite on here. She just is.
I like her personality fine, I guess.
She'd probably be fine to hang out with.
You know, again, I think what we're seeing right now is real. She's an extreme example of what you were talking about, Jamie, where she's just putting on her. This is my TV person.
Yeah, who is she behind behind that person?
Give her a couple days on Slop, and then we'll see what she's about.
Once they relax a little bit.
I would never be nice on Slop. I just FYI, I wouldn't. You know, it's not the Slop thing. It's the cold shower thing. I just wouldn't. Okay, and we've got Tucker. Tucker, what a cutie patootie, I do believe. But what do we think about Tucker? Tucker. The cute old Tucker. I don't know.
Boston guy.
Yeah.
Sales and marketing, so he can schmooze.
Well,
got a great smile. Smile.
He's a model. He does some.
Okay, I was gonna say he's got some like Bobby D going on or something. He looks like a younger, like he would have ran.
He said he gets compared to Jim Carrey a lot.
No.
See, I would say more of like the Italian American, like those guys. Just from he'd have been in the Goodfellas or something back in the day.
Are you ready for this shocker? He knows Cody.
Oh, really?
See, so
okay.
Went to school with him. I think he said.
Oh, right. He's also from Boston. But is that mean just because you knew someone you went to high school with?
Okay, right. But the thing is this is Cody, and he's like Cody. He's anybody he knows that's walking into that Big Brother house. He's calling him on the phone. He's giving him the play-by-play. This is how.
Sure, but does he know ahead of time that I was going to go in there?
Yes. They don't surprise you and then go that day. I don't think. I think there's a little like you get on a short list. Right.
Okay.
So if you're on the short list, like
then maybe you're reaching out people you know who were on there, and
I mean maybe not. I just feel like it's Cody and
say hello to your mother for me. You know it's Boston, so they would do a little of that.
I see this guy. Here's
everybody knows everybody.
This guy's charming. He's good looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's got everything going for him. Thus, I just can't vibe with him. I can't stand him.
He looks like he wants to be a member of the Brat Pack.
Yeah.
Rat Pack. Not Brat Pack. Sorry, Rat Pack.
Either one.
He's too perfect. Either he has to cut himself shaving or get sent home.
Wait, is he too perfect? Because I think there's somebody on the show that is more perfect, honestly. But
I know who you're thinking of, but
okay, continue.
All right. Now we've got superfan Quinn.
I'm calling Quinn. Neither one of you can have Quinn. Quinn is my dude.
I like Quinn a lot.
That's my dude. He is from.
He's got a little Ian vibe going on.
Okay, first of all, he is from my city. He's from right here.
He chooses to live in Omaha.
He does. He's from the Big O. Representing. He has super cool vibes. They showed him in his package out jogging, so he's not just he's running, so that's endurance. I like that. He seems super likable, and went to Doane College here locally. Yeah, played soccer for them. Originally from Oklahoma, but has no twangy accent.
No twangy, and I think he's really interesting and he's intelligent. He's a fan of the game.
And did you see his fashion sense? He had like hearts, or he had stars and moons on his shirt. Then his pants were like some patchwork quilt.
You know what, David? He has not named his hair, but he is definitely a fan because there's always that guy that gets hired because Grodner loves the man with the curly hair. So it's already
Yep.
thinking game. He's already got it.
You know, he seems fine, but I can't get past the name Quinn. Every time I hear it, in the back of my head, it's like, come
Can't
on
win because I don't
out,
like his name.
come on in. You not see nothing but.
Oh, that's my nephew's name. So, and he's also from Omaha.
I like Quinn.
Quinn's our dude.
Quinn's good. I mean, shocker. The guy that instantly seems like he's going to be the underdog. I'm like, woohoo, yay, that guy.
No, yes, he seems like it, but
I don't think
he's
he is
not.
the underdog, right?
Well,
He's
got
gonna have the
an athletic thing going. He might do okay.
but he's shorter, so they're gonna underestimate him, and that's
Yes.
a good pocket to be in.
Yeah.
We've seen that before, where you've had that one guy that, like, wow, he's just, this is my guy. This is my guy. All right,
That's my guy.
continue.
All right. We've got next on the list, we have Brooklyn.
Chris.
Brooklyn. What do we think?
Oh, Brooklyn.
hmm Brooklyn, who's not from Brooklyn.
She's not.
I kind of think she's going to be good at the game.
I think she's going to be good at the game. She was actually my pick with Cam, but then I changed. So she's no longer my second pick, but she was originally my
I
second pick.
think she's got.
So she'd be
She's
the
30.
runner-up.
She's 34. She's got a husband and kids at home. Who was that girl a couple seasons ago? There was somebody a couple seasons ago that really had a hard time being away from her family. I don't know. She gave me that vibe. Like she's going to miss her kids too much or something. I got it more from her than Angela.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't. Brooklyn might be really good at the game, but she's not one of my favorite players. I can lay that out already 100%.
Well, I feel like it's how will the other people read her, right? Because I'd be like, can I tell if she's lying to me or not? You know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing.
She looks like she'd be a good liar.
It's how well, and she's in pageantry, and so that means what?
Right.
That she's either really knows how to connect with people and at least appear to be like, like Miss Congeniality, or she's gonna be read like she's aloof or snotty or whatever. It seems like it's always one or the other. How does she do in competitions? Because that's the great balancer of things. So,
well, she didn't do very good on that one. I don't think.
Yeah.
Well, she's not. Well, she's not one of the under downgraded people though.
No. Okay, so we're gonna move on from Brooklyn and we're gonna go to Matt. Matt from Georgia.
Ooh, my daughter said, and I quote, I think that oh gosh, what was his name? Derek X. She said she thinks he got replaced tonight.
Really? No. Where's she
Oh,
at?
yeah.
Get her into the room right now.
She's probably watching in the other. She's watching us.
Listen. Okay.
I don't even know anything he said. Honest, to be fair.
He has a good body. He's got a good jawline. But I'm going to tell you.
That jawline is like.
But I'm going to tell you.
Draw that.
There are some people that you go, you work so hard to get that banging body because your face is a little goofy.
In the picture, I can see. No. Some people are photogenic, and they just at one. So his picture, no, but when he was on screen and he was moving around, that jaw and that, forget it. He's a really pretty.
Derek X.
I prefer Derek X more. We don't know this guy yet, but she was like, Derek X. Derek X.
Accountable. As it's the first time he does anything really dumb, I'm gonna calling you and be like, listen.
He's got Claire.
Over to the phone, right?
He's got Claire though, so she can't wait around for him forever.
Claire is really a top notch, lady, so.
Matt,
all right.
Matt will do okay. Matt will go home 7th or 8th because
I don't
eventually
think
they'll
he's
target
going to
him for his size.
They will.
Yeah.
Who do you think he's going to showmance with?
Mackenzie.
Yeah, exactly right.
If those two super tall people get together,
They'll just have
That's
12
not even fair. That's
They'll just likely have
it's
12
like,
children.
Captain and Mrs. and Captain America are here now. Great.
Well,
What can we do?
he was really impressed with the statistic rate of, long-term relationships coming out of Big Brother. So impressed that he was telling his buddies about it while fishing.
Is that a true stat?
Probably. That seems pretty legit.
That he said, yeah.
There's a lot of marriages that have come from Big Brother and Big Brother children. And
he said there were more long-term relationships out of Big Brother than out of The Bachelor, I think.
Does anybody stay together? Is there any?
No, they don't, because they're not going there really for the reason that it is. When you go on Big Brother, you're going there to win the money, and then you go through
And
this
then you are
extremely
human
90-day traumatic experience where at the end, very few people understand it, and then you find someone else who went through that same experience, and they get you and validate you. I can totally see that trauma bonding.
It's super true. Super true.
You never trust each other ever.
Now we have.
Try to vote me out.
Now let's go to Lisa. We've got Lisa from LA. She's a chef. I believe I heard somewhere she's like a top chef or a celebrity chef.
I heard and I do not have this, but I heard Paris Hilton.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Who she's the chef of, which good for her.
You know what? My feelings on Lisa is that she's not going to take crap from anybody.
No, she's one of those little wiry, probably stronger than she looks.
Yep. And like she's a chef. There's no way you get to be a chef without like having to deal with people yelling a lot and fighting and you yelling at them and taking charge.
Yes, chef.
See, hit shows are just all about it.
Hit shows. Okay, now 2 people came in last night and were saying like, "Oh, I cook, blah blah blah. I'm going to use that." One of those was Tucker. Yep. He said he was going to use it to his advantage, and one of the females, but I can't remember who. And I thought, oh, y'all, there's a chef, actual chef coming tomorrow. So I just hope that she's not just a trained chef, but she's actually,
really good.
Yeah, because some people they have the techniques, but they don't have the creativity to put with the techniques. Does that make sense?
And she does parties, right?
Okay, so then she's got to be good.
You don't think she? I think she exudes creativity. I like her because she's got this kind of cool vibe. I mean, from her hair to the way she dresses, the way she carries herself.
Her hair are those clip-ins that you buy at Sally's Beauty. Those are not real.
I know
that's not a creative flair. That's
is it 1996, yo?
Wow, it got really catty in here really quick. Okay,
no, it's just not.
No. I just felt like, and I don't know, it might be okay, I'm just asking. I'm an extremely northern person, okay? Does she have a bad spray tan? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I definitely think that there's a bit of a spray tan. I don't think that's her. Because she looks like she's probably actually pretty fair-skinned, yeah. But
because she has no, it's like she had no makeup on screen. I kept saying to my daughter, she just looks so washed out. So it was like a blank canvas. I wanted to see some depth. I don't know. She blended into the wall for me.
And if she's working with, Hollywood, elite Hollywood, she probably doesn't want to walk around all pasty. Like I would have to just like douse myself in every like dyed lotion on the planet to like match Hollywood if I was out there.
I want to see more from her before I make, but right now it's just she was given nothing.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. We didn't get a whole lot of time with her except for pushing her face against a piece of acrylic. So
listen, when I know I like someone, I know I like them.
You like them. Now, okay, how about Leah, the cocktail waitress from Miami, who's runs an underwear company, and Leah, and she's from Pittsburgh. She's not from Miami. She currently lives there. In Miami, yeah.
And cocktail serving.
She likes her guys a little fluffy.
But then she instantly is after Matt, who's Mr. Zero Body Fat. So somebody.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
my daughter's theory was
she's not after him. She just noticed that he was.
My daughter's theory on that was that she had said that in her package piece to try to get likes from. She's a real girl. Yeah. But when it comes down to it, she's going to be like,
yeah.
Well, do you know what I
that she
have
was
in-
doing it to look cooler or something.
what I have in my note is that
She's a
her personality, as of right now, her personality seems oddly familiar because she pretty much laid out all of the personality we got from America on first day.
You think so?
So
See, I don't see that at all.
When
I don't
America-
either. Now, if that's the
not-
case, then
I'm
I
not
like her.
talking- I'm not talking about while she was in the house and what we grew to know. I'm talking about her packaged piece
Mm.
and how she represented herself and how. Yes, very much so.
I like hanging
I
out with my
think-
girls, having drinks on the boat with my girls.
Yep. I just don't want a boy to win.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. I also believe that she's the one whose mom and sister watches Big Brother, and they thought that she'd be fun to watch on her. She'd be good at it, and she was basically like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna go do it.
Yeah. She is not familiar with the show.
Yeah,
Maybe I was getting her confused with Mackenzie. Possibly.
I'm getting a little fake phony vibe off of her, so I could be wrong, but
Wait, let me ask you a question, David. In Miami, the men that go to the VIP bars are some of that have money and stuff. Are some of them chubby?
I would imagine all of them
just older.
I don't know.
Me? You think that's what's? But listen, who did she first say she vibed with? Who was her
Matt's
instant
age
vibe?
and in shape like that has not been around long enough to have money. So.
But let me play you this.
Who
did she say
vibe with?
her first vibe was? Quinn. And they're the only two that voted for the AI to join the game.
Okay, my daughter likes her. My daughter's like, "Oh, I like her," and it's like, "Oh, she's from Miami."
I think I might like her.
I want to see more because I think everything we've seen so far is a show. It's
okay.
Fake, and
How about Cedric?
I want to see more.
Cedric. He is Cedric.
He should only smile. He has the most amazing smile. That kind of smile that lights up his face and everyone around him.
He's good.
But he's young.
He's good Big Brother camera.
Yes.
DRs are going to be probably. Well, they probably love his DRs, right? But I think
he was sitting on the couch with him, and he's like,
"Yeah, I think he's gonna be super showy in his DRs." You know who he reminds me of? He's like Carl Gallagher. He looks like Carl Gallagher.
Oh my god! Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So much. But
holy moly! Okay, well, I hope he's past this murderous size time. If he's like Carl Gallagher, he did say, he had a sad.
The weirdest take ever.
What?
Oh, but then I'm looking at the picture, and he totally does something in the eyes. Like there's some similarity, but here's the deal. His story where he said his mom had him when she was 16. See, you see it now. His mom had him when she was 16.
As soon as I blocked the hair, I could see his face.
And his dad, it's like the proportions of his face. His dad was in jail, so his grandma is his best friend and raised him.
Yep.
And
he's in the military, right? But it's classified.
He said ex-Marine, and I'm like, you're 21, dude. Former Marine.
Because he does stuff that he can't talk about because it's classified.
And you can go in at 18.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but would you be already done at 21?
Sure,
I mean, I guess
you can do a 2-year term.
That seems like listen, from the financial standpoint, that seems like a lot of money the U.S. government takes to train that person for 2 years.
Yeah,
Isn't
it a 4-year? I thought it was whatever. I don't know anything about that.
That's why they give bonuses to re-sign, right? Okay.
Right.
But he did quickly recognize Kenny, said something about Kenny's tattoo. So, he was police.
It was like he was trying to look for the other serviceman.
So, okay. How do you think he's going to do? I think he's going to do well. I think he's going to hang in there for a long time.
If
he makes it past this downfall of this week of where he'll probably go on the block because it's an easy person to put on the block, maybe. But.
He's the youngest of all the castmates. My worry is that he's going to be led around by somebody else. Because he's
by Kenny.
Maybe.
They're gonna bond.
Maybe.
He came
You're
out of
right.
the military. This
Corey-
guy's a cop.
Corey was also the youngest player
Yep.
last season,
True.
but Corey had what it took to actually play. I don't know
Right.
that he has that level
Of
yet.
course, we didn't know that
Corey
week
doesn't
one
true.
about Corey, though.
No.
I mean, it's not like we saw that.
No, we
coming.
could tell he was smart because of his
We knew
education,
he was really
right?
smart, and we knew
And,
his
and
brother
like very
was.
calculated. Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
there was some
I-
history because I knew his brother. You know what? We knew his brother from Survivor, but then
For
also the
one
history.
episode, right? We knew his
Yes.
brother for
But he's friends with
5
Mary.
minutes of screen time.
He's friends
Yeah.
with Mary Ann. He's had, you know, a couple years
Right.
on Twitter. So we did have something to base Corey off of a little bit. So
I just hope Cedric. I don't know. We'll see.
I think Cedric's the guy that when push comes to shove and he should be going home, that the game is going to make an exception and save him. I really feel he's like the little like shining star of the season.
You think so?
I do. Yeah,
Okay.
I really do. Whether that's a win or not, I think he's the America's sweetheart of the season.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have Tikor, crochet queen of Georgia, and man, can the woman crochet? Oh, wait.
Okay. This is my number. Okay. If Quinn's my dude, Takor is my chick. This is my lady
I
right
like
here.
her. I like her too.
I know exactly who your friend group in high school, Christy,
Yep,
was.
yep. She's great.
You don't need to know.
I know.
He's already got
Um,
it figured out. He knows. He's figured it out. I don't know.
Whatever.
I think she's.
David, I crochet. That's why. It's one of my hobbies.
We've watched her
That's why.
crochet on this podcast. I'm actually certain.
Did I?
I'm pretty sure.
Have I sat here and crocheted while we were talking?
Either on
Probably.
this or Survivor AU. Yeah.
Or maybe while we were just talking afterwards, probably.
Maybe.
Anyway, sorry. Yes.
I'm an ex knitter. I've given it up. I've given up
You're
the
a
craft.
form knitter? I've reformed myself.
I'm a
I no
reformed
longer
knitter.
knit.
But no, she's so talented. Like, she's got some pretty amazing stuff out there, and to
Just-
make a lot of to make good money to continue
Yes.
doing that and that.
Yes,
craft
to have
is-
like she's getting commissioned to do
difficult.
pieces for people.
yeah, that's
Right?
not an easy thing to do
That's
in
not-
today's world of
It's interesting because I would have thought she'd give off more of a nerd vibe than she did, but she really has kind of a magnetic personality.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think she's going to do well in the game.
David, crochet is cool. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep telling yourself that.
Listen, and for anyone out there wondering, and Jamie, I'm going to tell you, I also knit. I do both. Crochet is much more fun. So I'm just saying, if you ever want to pick it up, do that. Try that.
what I know
More fun.
to be true is that
More
the
forgiving.
crocheting and knitting was really first brought into the world by sailors and pirates. So
By fishermen, yeah.
it's pretty awesome, right?
Yeah.
It already has an
Very
edge
manly,
to it.
David.
So manly.
Wow, this is just like it's like
Okay.
Attack Dave Day.
Here's my question about this, because immediately, like, you can't have a lot of stuff in the house. Will they let her knit in the house or
No.
crochet in the house?
No,
No? Why not?
because it's a tool. They can't even have a real knife. They're not even allowed to have a real knife. There's no way she'll have.
No.
crochet.
A hook is TSA approved. You
Yeah, I
can't
don't
take
know.
knitting
I
needles, but crochet hooks you can take on
But
airplanes.
they can't have pencils or crayons or markers or I don't think she'll get crochet hooks. I don't think she will.
Because if she does and she can teach everyone how to crochet, this
That
could
would
be
be
the
fun.
best summer ever. Something to
That would be
press.
fun.
Everyone's making their own hats. Then they're making
Right.
mittens. They're making whatever. Everyone's wearing them. They're having a fashion show. Fun. Anyway,
You're not wrong. And I'm going to support this. We shall
Okay, good.
rally the troops
I have a
and
dream.
petition CBS.
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Crafters unite. We need crocheting. Live crochet hours on the Big Brother feed.
It's so good for the heart. It really soothes.
It's very nice. And last but not least, we have Kenny. We've got Kenny, the Boston from Boston.
Another Boston boy.
Right? So we got another
Yep.
cop on the show. It says that he's not going to let him know that he's a cop, but he's from Boston and everyone's going to go, you're a cop or a fireman, like that.
Okay. Okay. Look at his picture, y'all. Look at his picture. If that's not the most I am a cop picture
I know,
ever,
but you can't fake
how
him.
is he working undercover and still alive? Like, come on.
Okay, so here's my thought. If you're a cop from Boston and you're going to go on Survivor or Big Brother
Just tell people.
or The Traitors, and you don't want them to know. This is what you do. Ready? This is what you do. First of all, stop keeping your hair short and trim and neat. That shit's got to go.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
It's not having thin hair. It's you got to let it grow out. It needs to get a little
Well,
frazzly.
that's better. Thank you for that.
It's got to get a little frazzly. It's got to look a little, not so neat and so clean.
Not so militant.
Because then this is what you do. You say, I'm a trucker. And then you cover all of your bases. But you can't have the neat, clean business, like command authority haircut.
You shouldn't be walking in there in a polo and slacks. You're either, because that's what he was wearing. He's wearing it in this picture too.
Oh, it's okay, David.
If you walk in there with a polo and slacks, you are either a teacher or a cop.
Or just a dude in his 50s, which he is.
I mean, that's also true. I wonder, how could
It's like our uniform. It's our Gen X uniform.
And then he's got and then he's
polo shirt and khakis, and that polo shirt happens to be some shade of pastel, then you clearly are working in some sort of upper management with a company in a mall.
Or on Miami Vice, one or the other. Okay, so
it's so bad when I go to Raleigh, I have to make sure not to pack any pastels because they make fun of me.
Do you understand that there has been...
He's from a pastel place. The pastels are big in South Florida.
Here's the thing, though, because you want to know why? Because neons and pastels look really good on tan skin. Facts.
Oh, that's true.
That's how it is.
I've never been tan in my life, but okay.
I'm pretty sure that you're a little bit tanner than I am at my natural.
Probably.
We have talked about tanning way too much in this episode. It's weird. Let's not.
It's weird for people who don't tan. I like him. I hope he does well. I like your idea if he would have had a different persona. I think, or if he just goes the way where he kind of looks like he's maybe I don't know, a bouncer at a bar, and he shaves his goatee off, and he's
security. I work in security.
Yeah, but then you shave everything.
That's true. That's true.
And you keep it because then you're looking very,
Yeah.
Maybe you got one earring, and you look like you're at the door.
Retired military.
Yeah.
By Sunday's episode, I predict he has an alliance of 5 or 6, and a solid one.
And a surrogate son.
Okay. Yeah. So if he does that, is he doing it? Is he winning people with their hearts, or is he intimidating them?
No. He'll.
He already said he wanted to be dad to these guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll pick up Cedric right away.
Well, but yes,
guy.
But we've seen other dads on these shows that start getting bossy with their people.
No. I don't think he'll do that. I think he'll be.
You don't think he'll get bossy?
I think he'll be more like, you're gonna run it. I'm just gonna hang back. And
if he does that, then that's smart for him. Do you remember how cool Derek was? He was won this game as the undercover cop, or was he just a cop?
Detective.
Yeah, it was Derek. And
years ago.
Yep.
Who was the firefighter on Survivor who was 53 and he won the game?
Tony?
No,
Tony's a cop.
No, he's much older than that.
What? Not. I don't know. I can't go into the 45 years of.
Yeah, but it was like in the teens, I think.
The mid Survivor.
Long ago.
Back when Survivor was actually a show.
Peak Survivor.
26-day, I forget it. I won't go in.
We aren't allowed to go there today. Here's my question. We say, okay, he's going to have an alliance of 5 people. If he does, is it going to be the young people, or is the alliance going to include Angela?
No, it won't include Angela, because he'll take one look at her and go, she's unstable and she can't be in my alliance. He may be right or wrong, but he's going to go, well, I can't have that person.
I would think that if you were had a former undercover cop, I would think the one thing you could read other people is if they're gonna squeal or not. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is this someone who's gonna keep secrets, or is this someone who's gonna talk?
I think he's gonna team up with Cedric, Lisa.
All right.
Maybe Lee, because she likes middle-aged men.
I think Brooklyn, maybe Brooklyn because she's a mom.
Right.
Yeah, but if He's married.
So,
Better
but she's
not
the
be
mom. The parents kind of.
No, I was saying Leah. I was saying the Leah. So
Oh,
she
Leah,
better
yeah.
not, because she like the. But
No, well, most of the
then
guys
she sees what
deals-
he see.
Most of the guys she deals with are probably married, but that's if she's not dating them, she's bringing them drinks and getting tips.
It's not. You don't have to date them. You only have to make them think that
Just
they
gotta
could,
smile. Yep.
could date you. That's how you get.
It's
Which
just
is
like
the
a stripper
equivalent
only
to
with your
just-
clothes on. I get it.
Mhm.
Which is just the equivalent of being polite and smiling. And they all think they have a chance. So
That is true. That is true.
all right. So we got our
He
people,
he
we got our-
totally looks like somebody I work with, by the way, and it's freaking me out. But that's
You'll have
another
to
story.
ask. You have to get that person to watch Big Brother now, so that say, "Oh my God, you look just like this guy." Now you have to go watch this. Okay, so here's the thing: we got live feeds. Should be starting tonight, but those live feeds are going to start late because of, gigantic television things happening.
Other things going on.
And then
can I rewind the live feeds or see the highlights?
Now, here's the thing. We've got our work cut out for us this year, especially those people who make a living being the live feed watchers, because Paramount has cut the ability to rewind and to go back and record or watch anything that has previously happened on the live
If
feed.
you're not watching live, you
You're
can't
not
see
watching.
it.
You've
Oh,
missed
you'll
it.
see it. You'll see clips on.
I know that
on
there are
Twitter
people
and-
Oh,
out
yeah.
there that are gonna record this because
Recaps.
that's the thing, right? How many times now, it might not happen in this show, but there are people who get an edit of greatness. But the people who watch the live feed know the
Know
moments
the
that,
truth.
that maybe this person doesn't, maybe this person did some cruel things. You've got people like Taylor who the people who did not watch the live feeds, who didn't know what really happened with the situation at Taylor, had a very, very, very different viewpoint of her from that point on throughout the game.
Mhm.
These things are really important.
How
because
dare she not act the way they cast her to act?
It's really,
It's
really
kinda what-
difficult. Well, because they had all the girls like pick on her and say that she strut around in these clothes. They didn't show that they said, "Oh, put this on. Oh, put
Right.
this on."
But they wanted her to be that girl.
Yes. Yes.
They cast her because they
So-
wanted her to be the snotty, stuck-up
Right.
princess.
So the
And
narrative
she wasn't.
can,
So, yeah.
can be changed very easily. That we know that. So there's people out there that are going, not on my watch. We're going to find out how we're going to record this, or we're going to highlight these moments.
Mhm.
Now, there is a lot of word out from Paramount that said that's not why we're doing this. It's not a CBS thing that we're doing this. We're doing it because there's so many different mergers that are happening right now with Paramount Plus. That it's something with that. I don't know how any of that works. I don't know how much of that is true or not. But what I do know is that we all need to say a little prayer for our live feeders, because this is going to be a really tough season. And thank God it's not 100 days, because that would
And
really be a lot.
we are going to need them now more than ever.
Yes. Yes.
They're doing the Lord's work over there.
Truth prevail, right? So
Yeah.
because every single season, whether it's Dan or whether it's somebody like Cam, has got the persona that they see for the casuals and the person who they are actually. And that makes a difference for a lot of people coming out of the house. So
Mhm.
we'll see. We'll see what happens with this. It'll be interesting. And then we did get an announcement from Julie that something's going to be different about nominations and eviction this year.
Head of household is going to be different too.
Do we
For
look
like
at
2
this
weeks.
Yeah. Do we look at this with anticipation, or do we just roll our eyes?
Yeah, I
Well-
think we do the latter.
Well, okay. But, I am open to them trying something new, but they need to know when to pull the cord on if it's not
Yes,
working.
yes.
And sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
Sometimes they do.
But so, as long as they can kind of be self-aware
Yep.
about what's going
Yeah.
on with production, then yes, try something new. Why not? We didn't talk about Julie's outfits.
I think it's really important that we bring
David.
up Julie's outfit tonight because holy moly.
Well, let's talk about the first night.
Okay, I didn't notice
great.
last night. What it was
I
last
loved
night.
It was
beautiful.
classic off the shoulder black.
It was like a pant dress.
Very
It
well.
looked very Julie Chen.
Very
it
well
was beautiful.
accessorized. She looked very
Okay.
good.
But tonight she was wearing red, and that red looks
Tonight
real good on her.
I can't even recall. I feel bad.
It was a hot
no,
mess. It was a hot mess.
Okay, now I have to say, it was the angles that dress had. From the front, it looked so cool. She had this like cinched in waist. It was like very
But when
coming
you
together.
turned from the side, that hemming
Because
on the middle was weird.
No, that stupid ruffle from the side stuck out. From the front, it looked amazing. Like, ooh, look at the movement on that.
Do you know what I thought it looked like? I kind of thought it looked like a pot sticker.
By the way, this is
the ruffle part. Yeah,
this is what Twitter is doing to the contestants.
I knew it. I knew it would happen. That's about when I started laughing, though. So that tracks. Yeah, I did love the second dress. First one was gorgeous. Second one, no.
And again, that's a dress that for photographs, and it's one angle.
You know those like those. I don't know. Maybe one of your kids is young enough to have had one of these where they make the like half tent thing that would go over the bed. And it's like an oval shape or a circle.
Yes.
Toxin on the side, you know?
Yeah.
And you ever like twist those? You know?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like that's what, when she would turn, that's what the side of that dress looked
like. It was like it was popping out. Yeah.
Like it was just going to go flying across the room.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't love it. Didn't love it at all. First dress.
Side eye from my daughter. Did you love it? Apparently she loved it.
Listen, you know what? Her opinion is just, it's not as good as it was last year on all the things. I need her to up her ante a little bit.
Okay. I'll tell
Derek
her.
Xing, replacing Derek X, loving the wonton dress. Like, no.
No, she didn't. I don't think she liked it.
By the way,
we're still talking. We're still recording.
Janelle on Twitter points out that bottle service girls have done very well on Big Brother in the past.
Yes,
she
they
was
have.
One. Rachel was another, which I had forgotten.
And Portia.
Right. And that's actually the picture she has here. Is all
Yep, they do well. It's true.
They know they have good people skills.
Absolutely.
They're because their thing is to get you to spend more money. So they could probably talk you into voting out your best friend.
Already making friends in the Big Brother house.
Friends? Oh, I like it. Quinn's gonna be friends with everybody.
Okay, so before we go, I'm gonna ask something of you. I know normally we go and pick our winner's pick or our top three first.
I already got my top three. I'm done. I did my homework early.
I'm really struggling with this year. Like I don't know.
You really don't?
I have a good thought for that. Would you like to hear my thought?
Sure.
On what we should do? I think for this week, we should just pick the two people we get the best vibe off of. And then next week, we can pick our winner's pick and our next two. Now, I won't be on, but I'll text it to you. And you can unveil them.
We'll announce it.
But, I just think we should pick who do you think has the best vibe, I guess?
Okay, favorite vibes?
Just like you want it, you're like rooting for them or ready to do well.
Are we taking a week to do this just in case something comes out like, oh, we were so wrong about that person?
Yeah, we've had a few first week stinkers, no doubt.
That's true. That's true.
And also, really, there's not enough to go on. Nobody's had but a minute or two of screen time.
Yeah, everyone's
never stopped us before.
Circles.
To be fair,
I get tired of winning, so we got to do something different.
Oh my gosh.
It's only been like 3 years since I won, but I'm still living on that.
Well, I'm gonna guess what Christy's vibes are because I don't have to guess. I already know because she told us.
I told you. I listen. I'm gonna tell you right now. This is the first. This is of recent seasons the one I'm getting the best feels off of the cast from day one, or strong feels. If that makes sense.
So I'm gonna guess your three. Okay, and then let's do that. I want to guess, and then can you guess David's?
Okay, that's fair.
Or whatever, and David can guess mine. Is that fair?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, that's fun. Okay.
So I'm gonna guess that your three are gonna be Joseph, Joseph, Quinn, and Takor.
Yes, exactly. How'd you know?
I don't know. So I just like I know you.
Wow, that's so crazy.
Joseph.
How you did that. Okay, and I have to pick David's. David's are because he'll Cam.
Fair.
Cam, Leah, and Lisa.
Leah's a no, but Lisa's right.
Interesting. So okay, so you
So
picked
wait,
Cam,
Mackenzie?
Lisa. No, he said I'm gonna say Rubina. I
Okay.
didn't think that's a third.
No.
Who is it,
No.
David? Who's your third?
Kenny.
Huh?
Kenny.
Well, I want Kenny to win, but I don't think he's going to, and I don't get a great vibe off of him. It's Decor. I love her vibe.
You love Decor too.
I love her vibe. I mean,
We all
I don't
do,
know that
we
I
all
think
do.
she's gonna win, but I think she's like she's somebody I'd want to be friends with outside of the house, right?
Nice.
Just like I'd like to.
Oh, and this after when I said I liked her, you said I knew who your people were in high school.
Well,
He
Like it was a
forgot
bad
to
thing.
include. He
You
forgot
know
to
who my
include.
No, you
He-
said it after Decor when I said the
he-
crochet thing that I crocheted.
Yeah, but you
that-
had already said Quinn, so it was.
I had, but you know what that means?
Hey.
That David, I think that means you would have been in my group.
I was one of those people.
I was
yes.
just gonna say, Christy. This is how he tells you. I really wanted to be a part of that group in high school.
Okay.
Looking back, I wish I had.
Okay.
Or
I see.
maybe I was. We don't know.
Yeah, it's that whole.
He
rocket
had-
picture
People
thing.
don't know
That's
this,
a
but
pretty good
he had hair like Quinn when he was a kid. So
I did
now
not
everyone
have hair.
knows.
miles and miles, like the peanut butter solution, baby.
I did have a lot of hair though, because that was what you did in the '80s. But
Yeah.
you know, you had the comb and you.
All right, who are my vibes, David?
Okay, well Joseph for sure.
He's not my 3.
No, he's not.
I do like him, but he's not in my 3.
Cedric and Quinn.
Cedric and Quinn. Again, he's not my vibe.
None of them.
Quinn, yes.
Okay.
You
Cedric
said
is-
Cedric was the shining star.
I didn't say that was my vibe. I just said he's like the CBS sweetheart.
Okay, so Quinn, all right.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to go Quinn, Decor, Rabina.
Nope, Tucker's my number 3.
Tucker. Oh well, okay.
He's such a Tucker.
Something to think about at night, I guess.
He's cute.
He's so cute.
Oh no, he is cute. The other guy I said was he's just good looking, like as a artistic, like wow.
As a David.
That's a nice. Yes, correct,
As like Michelangelo's David.
Yeah.
correct.
I
No,
knew
like
that.
a God-
But
just like a God
Tucker
David.
Tucker's pretty cute.
Yeah,
But,
he's a cutie. He's a cutie. We'll see. We need to get to know these folks. So we're gonna do a week of watching them.
We got
Before we
plenty
wrap
of time
up,
to get
I
to know
have-
him.
I
Yeah,
have just one question I'd like an opinion on.
go
For
for it.
years, we've talked about the disconnect between the Facebook fans and the Twitter fans, right? And the Twitter fans seem to be more engaged and more into the live feeds and more into really what
Live
goes on.
tweeting and
And the Facebook fans are very surface and kind of go.
they
with
watch
the
it when they get
popular
around to
person.
it.
Right.
They're the prime time
So-
TV watchers.
So here's my question for both of you:
Okay.
Who are the TikTok fans?
Oh, they're just the ones that like all the influencers. They're the AI.
I don't know. I'm just. I'm gonna spend a little time looking at Big Brother stuff on TikTok and see who.
Okay.
Okay,
You
I'm gonna tell
research
you what
that
you're
and
gonna
report
find.
back.
You're gonna find clips of people being racist. You're gonna find clips of people being half naked and going into the shower. And that's going to be 99%.
He's like, so you're saying I should research it,
Okay,
okay?
apparently I'm not on the same TikTok you're on because
This is-
TikTok's like
this is
really
gonna be-
boring for me.
The 99%. Other than that, the only other thing you're going to find is like reels and reels of Dan's funeral. Like that's TikTok in a nutshell.
All right.
All right.
Okay,
Well, I'm
so
gonna
next
miss
Well-
you all next week.
David's
So
not going to be here.
reminder, David will not be here. It'll be ladies' night next Thursday.
Bring
So
a
let's
drink.
hope we're
Bring a drink.
let's hope we're sending a guy home. I don't know. Yay. But remind us, what nights are we watching this season?
From what I can tell, it's the same schedule as per usual for now.
Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's just a little reminder to everyone. Sunday,
But
Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay,
Set
so it's a
calendar.
90-day season. That's traditional length, right? It's like 90 days.
Ish, yeah.
So that's going to put us into September.
Into September.
Past September.
October,
Take us into
for
October.
sure.
Nearly, we're going to be nearly Halloween, but not quite.
Yeah.
I was going to say it's not going till the end of the
mid-October.
That's how I ended up broadcasting from the cruise boats, because I always went like the second week in October or the third. Yeah.
So
is that on the books for this year as well?
No cruises this year.
No.
That feels like it goes against our tradition. I think you need to maybe go book a cruise.
I'll find a weird place to go broadcast from. I'll go find you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to find the Raylan Givens rooftop bar, and I'm going to go get that table, and I'm going to broadcast from there.
Okay, do it. What I was thinking, because Quinn is an Omaha boy, I was wondering, and I don't know, I'll have to check it out and see how the season goes. I'm wondering if there'll be any watch parties here in town that they'll organize.
I would find it to be a reasonable thought.
Do you get like a projector and broadcast on the side of the barn, or how do you do that?
We live in the city, David.
I think, well, yeah. Is that a
I've never been to
Hicktown reference? I mean,
no, it's pretty cool.
Listen,
it's pretty cool.
Omaha is happening. All right,
it's always up there for one of the best places to raise a family.
I picture Nashville. That's what I picture.
Listen, it's got a really killer zoo. It's got
a world famous zoo.
It's got
home of Union Pacific Railroad and the College World Series.
There you go. Yeah, and dodgy weather.
Oh, and Warren Buffett lives here. So.
Yeah, or
Berkshire Hathaway has it.
Warren Buffet, if you're a fan.
And he's still driving the same car from the 80s or something, right?
We're humble around these parts.
Or is it his house that he's never upgraded? Something like that. He's never spent money.
Yeah, we're simple folk here. We don't have to flaunt it. We're just, keeping it real.
Rich at heart in the Midwest.
Well, it is. Nebraska is our slogan is the good life. So,
That's a lot better than show me.
Show me. Or don't. Please don't.
Please stop that. Stop showing me, please.
I said no. Gosh. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, then.
Thursday, after the episode.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Hopefully we have a little more to go off of next episode, but
all we'd have to do is watch. I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about.
What are you going to do?
Oh, gosh. I hope it's nothing scandalous, but it'll be fun.
Oh, I'm glad it's Big Brother season again. The distractions are fun. It's good to talk about, and I will see you next week. David, make sure you send in your winners picks.
I will send them in. And I just want to say in closing, for the record, Jamie is totally into Joseph. She's lying. I know it. I've known her too long.
You right away go like, that is their guy right there.
I hate him. They must love him.
Send an email or something, David. Give us all your things, and
give us the deets. Where can you find us?
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, I guess we all have our Instagram and TikTok addresses here.
You can tweet us. You can Instagram us.
Instagram. We're on the Facebook. We have a group. It's called Tally the Votes.
Oh yeah, I got it.
And you can come over. Yeah, there. Wow! Yay! And it's we over there. We can talk about whatever. If something pops up, that's because Big Brother oftentimes will be something. Oh my gosh, this just happened. This crazy thing. How's this gonna play out? How's it gonna get ended?
Yeah, we'll find the.
We'll jump on there. We'll talk about it and stuff like that. So come and join. Tell us what you think. Or
and
hear
if you
the
have
latest
a winner's pick, if you have a winner's pick this week, not after this.
The first person to ever email us that isn't Christy.
That's a prize in itself.
Right? Oh, maybe we should start a poll and everyone can pick their favorites. We'll see.
This is what I'm saying. I want anybody who has the opportunity to go to the Facebook group and let us know who your winner's pick is. We will write them down. We will save it. And if your winner's pick wins, we will call you out live and let everyone know that You had
You
the
will get a
winning-
round of applause.
You had
And
the
if your
winning
winner
horse,
pick goes
baby.
home second, we will mock you mercilessly, without any mercy, even.
Well,
Okay, we
I mean,
won't.
no, we'll be sad for you because you will have liked that person, but
Unless
all
we
good
don't
things
like
in-
that person. And then in that case, we will go back to mocking you.
So yeah,
Excellent.
email us. Sure, whatever. Come visit us. Otherwise, we'll see you next Thursday night right here.
All
right.
right. Bye.
Thanks.
See ya.
Bye, guys.